As a foster carer, having children come into the home, it's something I think is a positive thing to do. We're growing up with having children come to stay with us, with my mum and dad. It was something that was just natural for us, for these children to come and stay with us and to share our home with these children that come from homes that weren't really good homes. So as a foster carer, it's not such a big thing taking these children in. I think because maybe I've been doing it for quite a few years now. My children have grown up with this for quite a long time now, and they just absolutely love having children come stay with us. It's so grounding for them. It just makes them appreciate so much, so much we take for granted. And then having children come to our homes that haven't had, their basic needs met, it's something really special for us to do. Well, I've had children from as young as a few days old up until the age of 10, and some children, they stay for a few weeks, some for a few months. The longest placement I've had has been just over 2 years. So as a crisis carer, sometimes it takes a little while for things to happen with families and with court and decision making. So we're here for the children for as long as it takes, as long as it needs to be. Some children are returned back to their families, and some children do go into long-term care. So having to say goodbye at the end of a placement can be quite sad. I've had a call around 2 a.m. in the morning where a child had to be removed immediately. So crisis care is 7/24. We take children regardless of what day or what time it is. If they need to be removed and they need to be homed, then that's the crisis care placement. No, and some of the children that do come into care, I mean, the young ones, they can come, they are a little bit scared and a little bit unsure. But a lot of the children, are quite relieved to come into care, because, they come into care and all of a sudden their needs are getting met, their basic needs are getting met. Even for simple things of having a bath and having something to eat, and it takes a little bit of time to get their trust and to let them feel that they're unconditionally loved and respected. So, but meeting their needs and being able to address some of the things that, with babies, when we get babies coming into care with really, really bad nappy rashes or scabies and nits and all these things. So we're here, it's our job to really, really get all those things under control and make them feel really comfortable. This is my full-time job. We get an allowance from Barnardos. It's not a huge big allowance, but we get enough money that helps provide the children with their clothes and meet their needs. But you don't need a huge amount of money to take a child in or take a few children in. I think if you've got that room and you've got that genuine unconditional love, a lot of these children, they're just looking forward to having a nice warm bath, to having a nice meal, to having lots of cuddles, to being rested. And so you don't need to have heaps and heaps of money to provide these basic needs that we take for granted. We take so much for granted. There are so many different programs with Barnardos. I am a crisis carer, but there's also other programs where we do kinship, where we do respite care, which only takes up a weekend. It could be a weekend once a week, a weekend once a month. But to take children once a month for a weekend and give them the best time ever at a park, it's not really that much to ask for. So I think there's a placement for everyone. I think there's a little something out there that everyone can do.